Very good afternoon, guys. This is LK Tripathi here from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. My dear children, today we are going to start chapter 4 of economics, that is globalization and the Indian economy. Surely we will come to know about the globalization and the economic condition of India. The concept of this chapter to know about the consumer's choice, availability of the things. We can say different types of things are available in the world, different brands, different items, different varieties. So many options are available with the consumers to purchase the things what they want. Nowadays, we have to not wander too much to purchase branded, unbranded things elsewhere. Different methods are available to avail the things from anywhere. Multimedia, television, internet have connected every person of the world together with wherever they want to go, they want to purchase, they want to entertain or travel. So everything is depend nowadays. Before just you are required the money to afford the things. So let's get started it. As consumers in today's world, some of us have a wide choice of goods and services before us. The latest models of digital cameras, mobile phones, and televisions made by the leading manufacturers of the world are within our reach. Every season, new models of automobiles can be seen on Indian roads. Gone are the days when Ambassador and Fiat were the only cars on Indian roads. Today, Indians are buying cars produced by nearly all the top companies in the world. A similar explosion of brands can be seen for many other goods, from shirt to televisions to processed fruit juices. Surely, what I told you earlier, see, whatever you want to purchase, any brand, any product, they are available in the market before us. Just it is required for you to afford the goods, means you should have the money to purchase them. The time has gone when only ambassadors, Fiats, and some selected cars were available. They were running on the Indian roads, but nowadays it is not. Latest model cars, latest model shows, television, mobile cameras, every electronic and non-electronic things are available. They are really very attractive. You can purchase them from anywhere. Such wide-ranging choice of goods in our market is a relatively recent phenomena. You would not have found such wide variety of goods in Indian markets even 2 decades back. This was not possible in the Indian market to purchase all such types of latest brand because there was no availability of the brands in Indian market at this large amount what we nowadays can get. In a matter of years, our markets have been transferred. How do we understand these rapid transformations? What are the factors that are bringing about these changes? And now, are these changes affecting the lives of the people? Definitely, these are the point to be discussed. We shall dwell on these questions in this chapter. Many more answers we shall get and what the questions are running in our mind. The discussion will help us to sort out. Production across countries. What is that? Until the middle of the 20th century, production was largely organized within countries. What crossed the boundaries of these countries were raw material, foodstuff, and finished products. Colonies such as India exported raw materials and foodstuff and imported finished goods. Trade was the main channel connecting distant countries. This was before large companies called multinational companies emerged on the scene. AMNC is a company that owns or controls production in more than one nation. Since the arrival of the multinational companies in India, the things became easier for us to manage the things. That's why we can say clearly that the different types of brands and products are available in the Indian market, which we want to purchase and we want to keep us. That is not difficult. Don't remember about the ancient period related to the trade and economy. It was difficult to manage the things from one country to another country because so many difficulties were there in the world. First was transportation, second was to bring the things from international companies in large amount and to produce them in India without any technical support. All this was very difficult, but when multinational companies, different countries of the world put their interest in India to set up the industries to start production here, it became easier in our country. MNCs set up offices and factories for production in region where they can get cheap labor and other resources. This is done so that the cost of production is low and the MNCs can earn greater profits. Consider the following example. What is that? Many examples are there. You can see television, telephones, different types of items, electronic goods are available here, and anything you want to avail from the site, the internet resource is available before you to find out. Means sitting at your home you can avail anything which you want. In this example, the MNC is not only selling its finished products globally, but more important, the goods and services are produced globally. केवल जो है फिनिश्ड प्रोडक्ट ही नहीं जो है अवेलेबल हैं, बल्कि जो सामान हैं, जो सर्विसेज हैं, वो पूरी दुनिया में उपलब्ध हैं। कहीं से भी आप कोई भी ब्रांड ले सकते हैं, जिसका नतीजा हुआ कि जो प्रोडक्शन है बहुत तेज़ी से ये ऑर्गेनाइज्ड हुआ, जो कि ये बहुत ही कॉम्प्लेक्स फेज हुआ करता था। द प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस इज डिवाइडेड इनटू स्मॉल पार्ट्स एंड spread out across the globe. In the above example, China provides the advantage of being a cheap manufacturing location. Mexico and Eastern Europe are useful for their closeness to the markets. China is having the highest ranking in the international market to produce the goods at large amount. Europe and some other countries get benefit as they are very close to the markets in the US and Europe. India has highly skilled engineers who can understand the technical aspects of production. It also has educated English speaking youth who can provide customer care services, and all this probably can mean 50-60% cost savings for the MNC. The advantage of spreading out production across the border to the multinational can be truly immense. Now, interlinking production across the country. क्या है इंटरलिंकिंग प्रोडक्शन अपने देश से बाहर एक देश से दूसरे देश में हम कैसे इसको इंटरलिंक करते हैं? In general, MNCs set up production where it is close to the markets, where there is skilled and unskilled labor available at low cost, and where the availability of other factors of production is assured. In addition, MNCs might look for government policies that look after their interests. You will read more about the policies later in the chapter. Having assured themselves of these conditions, MNCs set up factories and offices for production. The money that is spent to buy assets such as land, building, machines, and other equipment is called investment. Investment made by MNCs is called foreign investment. Any investment is made with the hope that these assets will earn profits. At times, MNCs set up production jointly with some of the local companies of these countries. The benefit to the local company of such joint production is twofold. First, MNCs can provide money for additional investments like buying new machines for faster production. Second, MNCs might bring with them the latest technology for production. But the most common route for MNCs investments is to buy up local companies and then to expand production. MNCs with huge wealth can quite easily do so. To take an example, Cargill Foods, a very large American MNC, has bought over smaller Indian companies such as Parag Foods. Parag Foods had built a large marketing network in various parts of India where its brand was well reputed. Also, Parag Foods had 4 oil refineries whose control has now shifted to Cargill. Cargill is now the largest producer of edible oil in India with a capacity to make 5 million pouches daily. In this way, we have seen the importance of MNCs and globalization and the effect of the globalization on Indian economy. Many more discussion will be taking place related to the chapter, and we shall come to know more about the economy and the globalization, how it had made easy for us to reach the market without any trouble. Thank you. Have a nice day. We shall be meeting tomorrow with another video. Thank you.